That is one. It should basically be able to uplift rural workers, MSMEs in a big way. As Minister for Industries, I think MSMEs need a big hand from AI, because that's where R&D happens. That's where research happens. Research does not happen at large industry. Research does not happen. The quick thinking, the fast shaping of newer products does not happen as much as it happens in MSME as in large industry. Large industry does not do the hard work. The hard work is done by MSME. Right? So I think MSMEs, in a big way, students, of course, just like the professor said, why not, of course, for those who are differently abled in our community, so there is so many who actually need to get that, and they need to overcome the digital divide that is presently there now in several sectors of the community. And I also think regulations should also be enablers, and they should not suffocate what is possible, right? So regulations should be open-minded, because we don't know what's coming with AI. I mean, most of the people on stage also do not know what is coming. We're just breaking into what is possible in AI with AI. So none of us are masters of it. So I don't think we should start with just suffocating, putting in barriers immediately, trying to play extra safe and put in barriers without applying mind. I think we should go carefully, but we should go on and tweak regulations as we go. And I think you can't have a policy now and have another policy, take that policy decision after 3 years or 5 years when it comes to AI. AI needs continuous policy tweaking, and I'm very, very clear about that in my mind. And I think everybody in government needs to look at continuous policy tweaking. And it also needs to be human-centric AI. When it comes to a developing nation like India or anywhere else in the world, it needs to be human-centric and not algorithm-centric. Right? It needs to be human-centric, and every single nation and every part of every single nation needs tailored AI. I'm guessing at least some of you get that. I'm sure Professor Kamgoti gets that. It needs tailored AI. Every single nook and corner, depending upon the development, depending upon their ability to use AI. That is key. Right? You can't just throw such an amazing power tool out in the open and expect everybody to use it, evenly. That's not going to happen. And everybody to use it knowing what it is capable of. Right? So this amazing power that all of us have in our hands now needs to be available for everybody with regulations that do not suffocate, and it should be more of an enabler and not to suffocate the user. And AI safety in many ways is also national security. This is national security, right? I know that in this geopolitical day and age, I have 6 more minutes, I'll just finish quickly. In this day and age, in this geopolitical scenario, AI is definitely national security, and that is why data sovereignty is key. While this afternoon I discussed about it, while Meta and others have hundreds of thousands of GPUs, we as a nation, I am told, have about 35,000, and 20,000 is only available. About 15K is unutilized. Right? Where are we as a nation? And why are we computing? Why are we exporting data? Why are we only importing data? We are importers of tokens. Why are we giving everything to somebody else and expecting them to give back, be the givers? We have the capability to create. We here in IIT has the capability to do anything in the world that any other institution in the world can do it. But where we lacking, I personally feel the input needs to be more help from the union. There's no politics in this. I've been saying this continuously, but the union governments needs to increase its funding on R&D. and R&D needs to be democratized. It's very, very important. And I keep repeating this statement. The union government and other governments also, including the state, should be saying and shouting from the roofs, saying, amazing academicians, the talent out there, do not fear to fail. Right? They should say, we are your safety net, we are here to protect you, we know you can do it, there are going to be failures on the way, but it's okay to fail. Don't worry, India is going to work with our researchers to make sure that we have our own AI built from the hero grounds like TRBrajaa. So I think research funding, independent research bodies which do not have any political influence, that is key. Let our brilliant minds run our own institutions, and please let them have their own R&D funding, independent. Industry, of course, must pitch in. Our expenditure from industry is not much on R&D. They do a lot of CSR. They do stuff that the government needs to do. I keep telling all my industry friends, why are you spending to build more, stuff that the government is supposed to do? Let the government do that job. What is your job? Your job is to go into R&D. Your job, industry, is to make India product nation India. And that is why I'm pushing Tamil Nadu to be product nation TN. We need to have our own products. We've conquered manufacturing. We've conquered services. We are the champs when it comes to SaaS. We are the champs when it comes to fintech. We can manufacture anything under the sun. Tamil Nadu can do this. So where are we heading next? We need to go towards products, right? Our own products. So that is very, very key. So AI-driven product development, re-engineering, all of this is key. This is where we need to go. And I think that is key. And open source AI, tricky subject, but I think open source AI is also very important for democratizing the whole. You know that when a politician, or especially one from the Dravidian movement, comes in, we're definitely going to touch social justice. So AI for social justice is very close to our heart. And that is where my pitch for an inclusive AI tool comes from, right? Accessible to everyone. And understanding of AI for everyone. I think it's a duty of the government to tell the world that this is coming, and also enable the population to utilize this power, this tool that is coming. So when professor says we have to teach our students, yes, we need AI in school, but how is something that all of us need to be very responsible with. So finally, there's only one more point I just need to tell you. So how do you build trust around AI? Transparency. We need to know what's going behind the mind of that AI, of that tool. Transparency is key. I think transparency builds trust anywhere in governance, and AI also needs to be transparent, and we need to know how this model is being built, on what lines. Right? That I think is extremely key. So India, finally, my last pitch. Of course, it goes to it's a pitch for the federal structure of this amazing nation. India needs an ethical AI alliance with all states. All the states need to be involved. All the states need to be consulted. It's a very touchy subject, I know that. But I think all of you, when you sit back at home, have your cuppa and think, you know that what is okay with Tamil Nadu may not be okay with Assam. Definitely not okay with Gujarat many times. But that is the speciality of this beautiful country. This is what Gujarat will need, something on massive manufacturing at a different scale. I can't do that in Tamil Nadu. I need precision-driven advanced manufacturing. What will be okay in Tamil Nadu may not be okay in Haryana. So every single state needs to be consulted. Academia needs to be connected. State governments need to be connected. Civil society needs to be connected. And experts, independent experts, need to be connected. So that, I think, is key. An inclusive, universally accessible AI is what we should stand for. And I think these hallowed grounds of IIT and this amazing state called Tamil Nadu, which is the knowledge capital of India, the talent capital of India, like the professor said, we are the skilling capital of India also today. Thanks to our Deputy Chief Minister, Udayanithi Stalin Avargal, we have the Non-Mudalvan scheme, which is consistently pushing the latest education tailored skilling forward. So I think we, as the state, are very, very clear about what we want and how we see AI going into the future. And I hope and pray this working committee group gives amazing inputs, proper inputs to set up beautiful framework in Delhi. And as I said, I'm also hopeful that Delhi will be more inclusive, not just in AI, but in everything that it does. Nandri, Vanakkam.
Thank you, sir. We thank Honorable Minister for his wonderful inaugural speech and giving the natural advantage of Tamil Nadu having its capital, Chennai, built in AI. Also for stressing the importance on enabling everyone as an inclusive AI and stressing upon the importance of regulations, the safety AI. And AI safety is the national safety is a very beautifully put out point. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful inaugural speech. May we now request the members of the audience to raise for national anthem.
Jana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, sir. We request the members of the audience to remain seated and we will move on to the scientific session shortly.